19, we're attaching the elastic to the bottom of the bra. So all I've done is cut the piece of elastic according to the chart. I actually measure a 30 rib cage or 30 under bust, and my pattern piece is 29 under bust. That would be because I used to be a 29 and I grabbed the wrong piece when cutting this bra. So I went ahead and cut my elastic at the 30, which is 25 inches, so they're kind of exactly the same. You'll probably find that your elastic is shorter, so don't mind me that mine is the same, and you'll just need to stretch your elastic as you attach it. I basted these two pieces at the bottom to make sure they don't move. Totally unnecessary. You can just do a lot of pinning or just be real careful. I just like to double check or be extra careful that they're not going to fall apart, especially since I'm stitching on video. But now I'm going to take this over to the machine. I have zigzag stitch, and I'm just going to stitch along the entire bottom. Now done that, step 20 is to turn the bottom up once. And then we will stitch again, but this time at the top of the elastic. I'm just going to, let me move what I'm doing up here. I'm folding it all over, and I'm just making sure that it's folded tightly and using pins all along the bottom. I just don't want there to be any bits where it's loosely folded over and then I have saggy fabric down at the bottom. So I'm just making sure it's folded tightly and using lots of clips to make sure it stays that way. Because when I stitch it, I'm going to be stitching up on the top. You can stitch from the front or the back, whichever is your preference. I think I'll stitch from the front. Never too many clips. All right, so let's flip it over and take a look. It's looking good. I'm really picky on this part. Okay, there we go. Now we're just going to stitch on, I'm going to stitch on the right side. You can stitch on whichever side you prefer all the way across. And for this, you can use the zigzag stitch like I'm going to do, or if you want, you can use your cover stitch. I'm going to start all the way the very edge of the fabric. Now my elastic that I'm using is 1 inch, so I can either follow the 1 inch line on my sewing machine to get the very edge of the fabric, or use my fingers to just feel my way. I want to make sure that I'm stitching on top of the elastic. looks like. And from the inside.